we are doing in ISKCON Dwarka is under the guidance of His Grace Shri Gaurav only. And whatever Prabhuji said, it may or may not be true. I don't know.
And Prabhuji, I forgot to share that Prabhuji has been a secretary of His Grace Amogulila Prabhuji, traveling partner, so has spent quite a lot time with supporting and helping Prabhuji. And also he used to manage his social media handle as well. Yeah.
Cherry on the cake. So first of all, thank you, Prabhuji, for having me here. This is, I think, the second time I'm here speaking on the glories of Holy Name. Personally speaking, I'm not so good in chanting. Prabhuji knows very well. So my only strength is little bit of reading that I can do. And I pray to the Lord that may He bless me through that so that I can once come to this platform of what we say, chanting in such a way so that our spiritual master is pleased. So we'll begin our talk for today. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्तुषे नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय हरे कृष्णा. So the scriptures say that what is the coolest among everything? So the sages replied, Chandan. Chandan is the coolest. And then another argument came, no, 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 something else must be cooler than Chandan. So they said, the moon. कहते हैं ना कि चांद बहुत शीतल है. So the moon is cooler than the Chandan. Then finally, an argument came from a Vaishnav, which settled everything. They said, the association of Vaishnavas is even cooler than the moon, or we can say it is the coolest among all. So, although the environment is also cool, but not in that sense. But I'm very happy that the Vaishnavas are here to bless me, so that something good comes from my mouth for the pleasure of Guru Parampara, and especially Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of our society. So I've divided today's talk in three parts. Let's see how much we can cover in the limited time. So we'll begin with the mood of chanting. So there are many kinds of moods because Krishna is unlimited. Raso vai saha. He is full of rasa. He is ananta. And also he has different kinds of relationships with different kinds of devotees. So the mood which really helps me a lot in my chanting is actually the mood of gratitude. I only try to think about because His Grace Bhurijan Maharaj, he asked me once, what makes you chant? So I said, Maharaj, I'm not good at chanting. They said, no, 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 there should be something. So I said, I remember my spiritual master and the devotees who gave me this beautiful movement. When I think about them, I feel very happy to chant. And Maharaj was like moved by this reply, although I was not so moved by my own reply. Then he thanked me a lot the next day. It was around 4 years back when I knew who is Burjan Maharaj. So there is a question to all the devotees who are, especially who are initiated here, or for those who are even aspiring. Okay, let's start with those who are initiated. We all remember the picture of our Guru Maharaj giving us our Japa beads. So this is not just meant as a photo frame, like a good memory to show others that, hey, I am an initiated disciple. See my photo. Or we can tell to others, hey, here is my Guru Maharaj. Or we can tell to others, I am a disciple of such and such Guru who is such and such person. No. Oh, I was not initiated in Corona. That's why this Zoom wala screenshot is there. No, no, no. We are not here to tell this. Of course, this memory is very nice and it has a lot of significance. But a lot of things have to be understood. Like first, we have to ask ourselves, was I really qualified to receive these sacred beads from the beloved spiritual master? Was I really qualified? Wasn't that the sole mercy of the spiritual master who overlook everything, all my faults, all my offenses, all my shortcomings, and yet he said, okay, you will become my son, or for Mataji's, you will become my daughter, spiritual son, spiritual daughter. I'll be your spiritual father. From now onwards, I'll be taking care of everything. Here is your japa beads. So wasn't that the sole mercy of the spiritual master? Yes. Wasn't my vow to initiation was that I will chant the 16 rounds attentively? You see, any spiritual master, right, beginning from Srila Prabhupada will not go above. The first and foremost vow is to chant the 16 rounds attentively. Others come later. And if I have seen a lot of Diksha ceremonies, especially His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he focus on the 10 Nama Pradas. That is the sole purpose that you have becoming my disciple. Now your foremost duty is to chant 16 rounds attentively without offenses. So this becomes our foremost duty as a reciprocation of love towards our spiritual master. And we should also think how much I have actually contributed to this Guru Parampara since initiation. This is a very bold question to ask yourself right before chanting. And then you should set your mood. Okay, I am very insignificant creature. I can't do much, but at least I can do one thing is today I'm sitting here and the bead bags are in my hands, which are given by my spiritual master. No one could have been more merciful than my spiritual master who overlooked everything and then gave me these beads. So at least I can try little bit to chant attentively. Bhujan Maharaj says that our success of chanting is that we should hear at least one Mahamantra. He never says 16 rounds or one round, 108 names, or he says one mantra. He says. Now, this looks like a very small goal, but actually, it's very big goal to hear at least one mantra because we have the tendency to either skip the beats or in my case like you fall asleep or you get distracted or you see a lot of things going on around here like for example ants crawling on the floor or some cleaning is going on in temple hall or suddenly the light exploded or someone is sneezing coughing these all things these are all distractions that come in mind. So we have to think what is my foremost duty. Yes, I have to chant my 16 rounds attentively. And now this is my alone time with Krishna. Like I remember His Grace Amoglila Prabhu says, just like a lover and beloved, they go on a date. And if any one of them starts using their mobile in that date, it's a big distraction and there is a big crack in that love. So similarly, when we are chanting, so the Krishna is the lover and we are the beloved. This chanting process is actually a date. We are on a date. This is our alone time with Krishna. And now we have to just spend time with each other. No disturbance, nothing at all. Just you and my dear Lord and me. Nothing else. You are here. This is your name. Your name is actually you. So I am actually associating with you. That we have to understand. So there is one nice scripture, Shri Govinda Damodar Strotam, written by Leela Shuka, or we call him Bilva Mangal Thakur, Shripad Bilva Mangal Thakur. So in the last verse, he quotes very nicely. So I'll try to recite this. वक्तुं समर्थोऽपि न वक्ति कश्चित् अहो जनानां व्यसनाभिमुख्यम् जिह्वे पिबस्वामृतधेतदेव गोविंद दामोदर माधवेति. It's very beautiful song. This is the last verse, verse number 71. He wrote 71 verses, every verse finishing with Govind Damodar Madhaveti. Such a big time scholar and Rasik Vaishnava. We all know his story. We'll not go into that pastime. So in this complete Strota, he depicts various kinds of devotees and how Govinda, Damodar, Madhav, Iti, these names are continuously revolving around in Vrindavan atmosphere. For example, there is a lady who is going to sell the fruits to the market, and she is so absorbed that instead of saying take mangoes, apples, pineapple. She's saying Govinda, Damodar, Madhaveti le lo, Govinda, Damodar, Madhav le lo, like that way. Krishna and Balram are walking in the path of Vrindavan, and some of the elderly gopis, they are teasing Krishna with nice churned Navneet Makhan and saying Govinda, Damodar, Madhaveti. Like they are naming the Makhan, Govinda, Damodar, Madhava. So in this way, everyone in Vrindavan is chanting the names of the Lord. Once a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he asked Prabhupada, what should we do when we reach the spiritual world? Prabhupada said, what do you mean, what should we do? What you are doing now? He said, currently we are doing chanting, we are hearing Bhagavatam and lot of services. Prabhupada said, same thing you have to do in spiritual world. So that devotee was little bit discouraged because he didn't like chanting. So he said, Prabhupada, we have to chant there also. Don't we need to just chant here and then reach there and then that's it? Prabhupada said, no, 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 more chanting. Okay, then the devotee asked, and Prabhupada, what about after that? Then Prabhupada said, then what? More chanting. Then after that, more chanting. So chanting is something which will never gonna end in our life. So for those who are actually receiving some kind of taste, it is good for them. And for those who are not, like me, it's kind of an horror. Okay, it's gonna increase all the time. Okay, chanting, more chanting, more chanting, more chanting. It's never gonna stop. So why not we become so sincere in our practices that okay, I am chanting right now and I have to do more in later. So let me do it nicely now at least, because we don't know what's gonna happen in future. So let me chant now nicely, sincerely, because this is the time I'm alone with Krishna. So the verse which I quoted, Vaktum samurto pina vakti kaschid. Like, although many people have been given ability to chant, but he says, Aho jananam vyasanabhimukyam. Aho in Sanskrit means, oh, alas, how determined people are for their own undoing. Vyasanabhimukhyam. They are going away from Krishna. Abhimukhya. So what he's saying to his tongue, Jihve pibaswa mritameta. Oh, my dear tongue, just drink the nectar of these names. What are the names? Govinda, Damodar, Madhaveti. Just drink this. Just drink this. So all we have to do is ask the same question. Do I have the ability to chant? Yes, we are fortunate. Do I have the ears to hear the holy name? Yes, we are fortunate. Somehow we don't have that prarabdha that we are not having the ability to chant or hear. And do I have the fingers to move the beads? Yes. Then why I am showing so much laziness? Why I am not showing so much sincerity? Why I am not showing so much love that I should reciprocate? Because the spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, all the Parampara Acharyas, Krishna, especially Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially came here to give this holy name to us, this prema. And what we are doing is we are showing not showing enough gratitude. Actually, we are showing gratitude because we are sitting, we are chanting, but we are not doing enough. That we have to continuously preach our mind. So this is the mood of gratitude, what I have received and what now I have to do. This is the mood. Now we'll go to the method. Once the mood is set, then only the method will work. If the mood is not set, the method will go here and there. For example, there are many times I just sit and take my hand in my bead bag and start chanting. It creates a lot more troubles than actually thinking something about Krishna and then start chanting. Definitely it works. So the method of chanting is very simply explained by devotees, uh, uh, especially Srila Prabhupada. He said, just chant and hear what is the use of the mind. Because one of the devotees, he asked the question, Prabhupada, mind is very much distracting. He said, only you have to use tongue to chant, ears to hear. Now, what is the use of the mind? So what we have to do is we have to bring our mind back to the hearing of loud, clear, and distinct chanting. Now, in one of the purports, Prabhupada uses these three words: loud, clear, and distinct. Now we have to meditate on these three words because they are very important. Loud means loud enough so that we can hear easily, not loud enough so that whole temple hears or someone from other loka hears. No, loud enough so that we can hear. And clear, that means the word should be pronounced very clearly, rightly. And distinct means the word should not jumble over another. For example, sometimes people say Hare Hare, and in chanting fast, they say Re Re. The Ha goes away. The Ha comes in the form of Shwas only. Krishna Krishna Hare Re, Re Re. So it goes like that. So it's fault. His Holiness Bhakti Brihad Bhagavad Swami Maharaj um, gave this example for all of us. I was in ISKCON East of Kailash when I heard this, and it really helped me a lot. And recently I attended the Alone with Krishna. So there, my only realization was that fast is not so good. Let's slow down. I used to chant very fast, but now I have slowed down and it has become more difficult now. But somehow I really like to chant now slow. Better make it slow so that I can hear each mantra, let it be very clear. So this is the actually the initial practice that devotees have to do until they hear all the 16 rounds clearly, distinctly, and loudly without any break. There are further instructions for sadhakas to deepen their bhajan, but that cannot be revealed in publicly. It is based upon various levels of devotees and has to be revealed by some Rasik Vaishnava. So I'll not go into that. So our main focus should to hear at least one Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one bead at a time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That we have to chant. Now, various devotees have various kinds of speed. So it's up to them if they are able to hear loud, clear, and distinct, then they can manage their speed accordingly. There is a recording of chanting of His Holiness Radhanatha Swami Maharaj on YouTube. I would request everyone to just go and hear that. It is so slow. Maharaj chants Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He's chanting so slowly. It would take around 3.5 hours to chant 16 rounds. But we see how much deep Maharaj is into bhajan. He is how much deep he is into bhakti. So the speed doesn't matter, the hearing matters actually. So based on hearing, you have to adjust your speed. So this is the method, very basic method. We won't go into the advanced topics. Now we'll go into our final topic for the Japa talk, which is the motive. So our main sole motive is to actually please the lordships. And why please them? To get something? No, then that would be, karma kand, not Shuddha Bhakti. We have to do this to attract his mercy. That's it. Our sole motive of chanting is to, or doing any activity of bhakti, is to please the Lordship and attract His mercy. That's it. Nothing else. Usually there is a question like, प्रभु जी रस नहीं आ रहा है, नाम में टेस्ट नहीं आ रहा है. This is very common question asked by devotees to senior devotees. We all must have asked sometime. So actually this is very subtle bhog pravritti as per His Grace Mahatma Prabhu. This is bhog pravritti. When we say that taste नहीं आ रहा है प्रभु जी क्या करें, Maharaj ji, Prabhu ji, like such questions are asked very commonly. So this is bhoga pravritti. To enjoy the holy name chanting process. कि मजा नहीं आ रहा है. Now we have to ask a very simple question. क्या मजा लेने के लिए चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं? Immediately the answer comes no. We are chanting to please the Lord and attract His mercy. Very simple. Now the highest form of prema is ras aaye na aaye, taste mile na mile, will remain anyabhilashita shunyam, and make sure the process is out of jnana karmadyanavritam. You should not be avrit by that, and it should be anukulyena Krishna and anushilanam. Then that would be uttam bhakti chanting. Very simple. So we don't have to run for taste, run for taste. If you translate into interest or taste, you will get the word ruchi. Now, when does ruchi come? It comes after anartha nivritti, nishtha, and then ruchi, as per Madhurya Kadambini. So I think it's a long way to go. As per scriptures, I'm sorry, I'll demotivate little bit. I'll just say the right thing. I hope no one gets demotivated. But the word Shraddha doesn't mean faith. Srila Sanatan Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they all, like unanimously, they say Shraddha in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Shraddha is Shastrartha Vishwasaha, the firm faith in having the like conclusion of the devotional scriptures. This is Shraddha. And a person, as per Madhurya Kadamni, a person who has Shraddha or Dridha Shraddha, firm faith, that means Shastrartha Vishwasaha, he will not commit gross sins at all. So we have to see our lives. If we are some way or the another, we are like as soon as we go out of the association of devotees, we are very much prone to do gross sins. Like even breaking regulative principles also in unfortunate cases. We pray that some things don't happen in the lives of devotee sadhakas, but sometimes these things happen. Why? Because Shastrartha Vishwas is not there. So we are not even on the platform of Shraddha. What to say Sadhu Sang, Bhajan Kriya, Anarth Niviti, those are way beyond. But now the question comes that we are chanting, we are doing Bhajan Kriya, we are associating with sadhu, and yes, we are seeing in our life that some anarthas are also going. Sometimes ruchi is also there are places when we actually have a very good mood to chant, and we are very much attached to the Lord, so asakti is also there. So we have this. Now the acharyas explain this is not the actual stage, this is only abhas of the stage. This is only abhas. We are not actually on the stage of nishtha or ruchi. If we read Madhurya Kadamni, we'll get a very clear understanding on what stage we are actually. For example, a person in the stage of nishtha will not do any kind of namaparad. No, none so ever. So we are actually kind of struggling in our Shraddha base only. And let's keep a goal in our life that at least we come successfully on the stage of Shraddha at least. As soon as you come to the stage of Shraddha, that means the Dृढ़ Shraddha, not just faith, that हाँ कृष्ण परम भगवान है, भक्ति अच्छी है, माला करना अब जरूरी है, तुम भी करो हम भी करें, ये जब ही तो सब कुछ है. This is nice, but the Dृढ़ Shraddha is Shastrartha Vishwasa. Through that only one comes to the level of Dृढ़ Shraddha. So we have to, for some time we have to just forget कि taste और रुचि ये सब कुछ नहीं है. We have to just believe. I'll tell you a verse. It is quoted by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in sixth canto, chapter number 2, verse number 8 or 9 in the purport. You can check it out. See, Prabhupada has given a supplementary note in the sixth canto, second chapter. Especially in that chapter, he has given a supplementary note about the story of Ajamil. I would request everyone to please go to the sixth canto, second chapter, and read the very last supplementary note written by Prabhupada. You won't find it online on Vedabase. You have to actually take the book. There, Srila Prabhupada is quoting Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti and telling that which holy name actually got Ajamil delivered. Was that the one he chanted when he was a Brahmana earlier? Or the one which he chanted at the very end of his life when he saw the Yamadutas, then which name he chanted? There, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur told, yes, all the names were powerful enough to defeat everything, but the name which Ajamil chanted while giving name to his son Narayan, the Namkaran Sanskar. At that time, the name chanted Narayan was taken so purely that that name removed the sins for the past, present, as well as the future. And there, Chakravarti Pad quotes a verse saying that the power of the holy name is such that it can destroy the sins so much that even a sadhak or a person cannot even think of committing. That is the power of holy name. Now, do we have faith in this verse? Do we have faith in this conclusion? If yes, then we are on the platform of Dhrina Shraddha. And there are various reasons giving then why he was then doing sins in the future. So if you read the supplementary note, everything is answered. That namno hi balati asa papapudi. I won't go into that, but I would request everyone to just read that. The faith that you'll get in reading those 2 pages of supplementary note by Srila Prabhupada, quoting Chakrabarti Path, will change everything around you. Your process, your faith, everything. So we have to keep on chanting, and we have to develop a habit of chanting all the time. For those who are like initiated into Brahman Diksha, you must have got the Gopala mantra also. So Gopal mantra is not a Sandhya Vadana mantra actually, but it is a practice to do that because it is not such a Gayatri. It is Gopal mantra given in Bhari Bhakti Vilas, revealed by Lord Krishna directly to Brahma. So devotees can have the habit of chanting that Gopala mantra all the time. It is recommended. And if not, then Hare Krishna Mahamantra definitely you have to do. But we have to make sure that the 16 round quota chanting should be exclusive and best. So I'll end this talk with a very nice verse which I showed to His Grace Shri Gaur Puji earlier in the morning in Mangalarti. So it is from Padyavali, verse number 63. It talks about a very unique way to attract the mercy of the Lord. So Shri Autkal, a very renowned scholar, quoted by Srila Rupa Goswami in Padyavali, verse 63, he says, Ya Draupadi Paritrane, Ya Gajendrasya Mokshane, Mayyarte Karunamurte, Satvara Kwagata Hare. He says, Ya Draupadi Paritrane, to save Draupadi, Paritrane, to save her, and Ya Gajendrasya Mokshane, and to give liberation to Gajendra. You ran very quickly. You ran very quickly, like very quickly, and with great eagerness to protect Draupadi and to liberate Gajendra from crocodile. We all know. So similarly, Mayarte Karuna Murte Swatvara Kwa Gatahare, to deliver me, a miserable person who is so pathetic, who is weeping and calling out to you, where are you, my Lord? What has happened to your sense of urgency? So this is a very unique way to call the Lord, that I am so, but we have to feel miserable and pathetic at the time, weeping and calling in that mood. Then only the Lord will actually give us, okay, he's actually calling me, he's not doing natak. Otherwise, Maya is definitely there right next to us in the form of obviously mobile and many other things. She will hear, I am here. I know you're weeping and calling, and I know how much miserable, pathetic you feel you are. So in that way, Maya will cheat us at that time also. So we have to find this unique way to call out the Lord. We have to think how much pathetic and miserable I am. Actually, I am. Just we have to accept it. And in that mood, we just have to call out to the Lord. Srila Sachidanand Swami Maharaj was saying in the Govardhan retreat camp in Govardhan, he says, we just have to call out the Lord. The Lord is ready to hear to us, but we are not calling out. We have to call the Lord. And when we call, we don't just sleep while calling or just get distracted while calling. We actually call, and Krishna listens. So when Krishna listens, he really helps us. He's helping a lot. We don't have the intelligence to see the hand of Krishna in our lives. Usually we see the hand of Krishna when things are going very nice, 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 nice. But when things are not so nice, we tend to forget the role of Krishna, who is playing a very important role in our life, especially for my life, that we have to think. When there is a matter of life and death, then we see the hand of the Lord very clearly in distress situation. For example, you were supposed to go to let's say Coimbatore via a bus from Bangalore, and you missed that bus. And 2 hours later, you got a news that that bus got crashed, and like 50% of the people died, and especially the passenger in your seat died immediately. Then you'll say, "Oh dear Lord, thank you that you got me late at the very last moment. Some pressure came, and I was late. Thank you, my dear Lord." So in the life and death threat situations, we are ready to see the hand of the Lord. But what about the daily miseries that we are getting? That is also the mercy of the Lord. We have to try to see and then remain humble and chant. That should be our mood. So I'll give pause to my tongue here. Yadadraskhalitam kinchit vidwan sahaporiyantu tat. Yadadrashaushvam kinchit tad guru reva me nahi. Whatever good that came from my mouth is actually by the blessings of my Shiksha Gurus, Diksha Gurus, and all the Vaishnavas who are somehow tolerating me in their association. And whatever was faulty, that was completely my responsibility. And you all are Vidwat Janas. So please rectify it. I'm just a small kid in this bhakti movement seeking blessings of every Vaishnava. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Shant Gopinath prabhuji, thank you very much. That is what I told everyone, that Prabhuji is very deep in scriptures, and he loves helping others by his scriptural knowledge. And he's a ardent fan of hearing also. So he has a lot of taste with scriptures reading, studying, and hearing. And we are very fortunate that today Prabhuji took out his time. Doing this Japa talks takes you off from your morning sadhana, but then Shant Gopinath Prabhuji did that for all of us. Thank you very much. Highlighted how we should have a mood of gratitude, how our chanting should be loud, clear, and distinct, which is very important. Uh, so we sometimes, just keep looking at the watch and miss out on these important things. Very unfortunate. But that is the fact of life. But when we are reminded again and again the importance of these facts, it really helps us. And then also Prabhuji highlighted that how our intention should be to please Krishna, and that is why it is very often said that uh, chanting is a service to your Guru and Krishna. So we have to please Krishna and seek his mercy. So thank you very much, Shant Gopinath Prabhuji. I'd like to open the floor. If devotees have any question or comments, they can please share. There's already a comment saying very interesting and practical talk. Thanks, Prabhuji. Yeah.
All clear to everyone, Prabhuji.
All clear to everyone, which is very good. It was actually very clear and easy, actually. You didn't share anything very complicated. And finally, the words which you were sharing with me this morning, that how, Lord, you have been so kind to Gajendra and Draupadi, but why don't you hear me? And I was thinking that, I don't have that qualification, that eagerness, that urgency, the way Mata Draupadi called and Gajendra called. So, you know, uh, somehow, if I can develop that urgency and eagerness, that will really help. Uh, and then Shant Gopinath Prabhu also thanks for sharing that how it's not just 16 rounds, but uh, you know 16 attentive rounds, offenseless rounds, and also we should gradually develop habit of chanting always in an entire day. So yeah, Shant Gopinath Prabhu, there is some comment coming from Sudha Mataji. Is that a question? Uh,
It's a common project. Slow chanting is my big challenge, Prabhu. Okay. So as I said, the speed doesn't matter. The loud, clear, and distinct hearing That matters. So there are various devotees who chant very fast. There are devotees who chant extremely slow. I gave the example of a Mahabhagavat who chants very slow, but yet we see how deep Maharaj is into bhakti. His Holiness Radharani Swami Maharaj. And I know some Maharaj who chant very fast and they're also very deep in bhakti. So, as per my opinion, the speed doesn't matter. The one thing that matters is clear, loud, and distinct hearing. So, even I have reduced my speed from the last 15 days. I think 24 days to be exact, 24, 25 days. So, I am now also chanting very, very slowly. And it is difficult for me also, but it is helping. I can feel that it is actually helping a lot to clear my consciousness and remove garbage that is going continuously in the mind. So, Sudha Mataji, uh, that might help. Just remember to hear loud, clear, and distinct.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Ah,
Dandavat
thank
pranam.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Prabhuji, some other comments also came. So, if you allow,
Yeah,
I can read.
yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'll leave the glorification part. When we feel very low in life, how will we overcome? Oh, that we have to say, Manaha Parama Karana. The Avanti Brahman says in 11th canto that no one is responsible for the highs and lows in my life, neither the demigods, nor the Prakriti, nor the Supreme Lord Himself. Only and only my mind is the main cause. Manaha Parama Karana. Na daive, nothing divine or inferior. Only my mind is the sole reason. So we have to chastise our mind 100 times in the morning, 100 times in the evening, morning through shoes and evening through broom. That Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said. So we have to teach our mind, educate our mind, chastise our mind. Sometimes we have to ignore our mind. So this low and high in life, it is actually dvandva. And this world is full of dvandva only. See, I heard a very nice logic from His Grace Hari Leela Prabhu, who is serving in Mayapur. Is very nice devotee and very advanced also. So he told, spiritual world, everything is spirit. Yes, okay, agreed. In material world, spirit and matter, two things are there. So anyway, it is dvandva here. Okay, balloons. Okay. So it is dvandva here only. So that is why high, low, yash, apyash, man, hani, sukh, dukh. This will continue to happen. All we have to do is remain steady. Tam titikshvasya bharata. That's what Krishna says. So no need to overcome when you are low in life because there is nothing to overcome. And when you are high, no need to come down. Just remain neutral. That we have to do. That is what the Siddhant says. Okay. I hope this satisfies you, Jyoti Mataji. Okay. Moving to Brajavasi Prabhuji. Very nice name. While chanting, if someone is disturbed or someone is disturbing. Okay, someone is disturbed and ask, don't disturb my sleep. What should we do? Please don't disturb his sleep. See, yes, ego is a very big problem while chanting. So, like for example, we have His Grace Vasudhama Prabhu is very good in chanting in our temple. So he has a rule. So if anyone is sitting next to him, and if someone is like dozing off because of tiredness or health, it can be many reasons. Let's not take only strict reasons. So what he does, he has a rule that he will only wake him up twice because Prabhuji has his own service to do towards the holy name. So only he will wake the devotee twice, not that he continuously sacrificing 16 rounds so that this person could chant. No, no, no. They don't have to do that. So Prabhuji has made his own rule. So in the same way, we can also that okay, once or twice we can say, so, and it depends on the relationship also. If we have very good relationship, we can do a lot of things. Like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj once told a devotee in Brahmachari training, he says that there is a very nice thing called, spray. Maharaj was actually showing his finger like this. And Maharaj was actually acting. What you can do is, you can give him the spray and ask him to spray in his eyes. Maharaj was doing like this. So it will help. And Maharaj said that's why we don't have to chant alone, secluded place, ekantik bhajan like Jiva Goswami. No, no, we don't have to do that. We have to remain with devotees so that devotees can actually make us remember what we are about to do and what we are doing. It's the greatest service. So be careful of the ego. Sometimes people, sometimes, not all the times, people tend to resort to some actions that will make the devotee remain awake for the next half an hour or an hour, whatever is remaining for the chanting time in the temple, but he will be completely distracted, like tapping so harshly on the shoulder, or this part is very full of ego, this above the neck. If you touch any of the part, definitely the ego will rise. That's what the scriptures say. So if you do like this, or even a little tap like this, na, ego will shot up like anything. So, but you see, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Gosai Maharaj, he does very nicely. He does like this. If someone is like sleeping, na, Maharaj will go and do like this, very very softly like this. So it doesn't shoots the ego up, and you are like, oh, something like a very gentle touch, because you are there to help, not to increase the ego. So we have to keep this in mind. And next, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, a very clear symbol. Oh, that's okay, fine. Yes, Prabhuji. I hope that satisfies Brajvasi Prabhu and Jyoti Mataji.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. You nicely answered the queries they had. And I hope this will help them, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Shant Gopinath prabhuji ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hopefully, it helps me.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhu bhyo chakte naam bhavane.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please bless everyone. Please bless me. This fallen soul. Naam Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Jai Shila Prabhupada.